Hey there folks, welcome back to the Whiskey Cove, and on today's episode we have a store haul video from the bottles I traded or picked up for the month of June. Run that video. Okay then folks, let's get into this store haul, shall we? So to begin, we're going to look at some of the bottles that I drank or managed to kill off in the month of June. So first, you might have seen this on some videos I've already posted already. This is a Baker 7 that I recently killed off. I just delabeled the Baker 7 as I like to use this as a decanter. Managed to get all the silver off the top as well, so it just looks like a really fancy decanter water bottle. And now this is just going to be used down in the Cove for a decanter. I paid about $50 for this. It was a 7-year, 1 month, or just above that Baker 7-year mark. It was okay, nothing special. If you like Jim Beam and you kind of like that peanut shell, oak spice note, then I think you'll like Baker 7, so you should give that a try. Moving on then to bottle number 2. I managed to kill off Dickel Bottled in Bond. This is the 13-year version. I believe they've had 3 different versions of this so far. They had a 13-year when they first released it, then I went to an 11-year, and then they went back to a 13-year, and I think this is the first 13-year. It's great, it's a solid bottle. I know it's a Tennessee whiskey, but it's basically bourbon as well. Yeah, you have nice sweet caramel notes on it. I'm not too familiar with the Flintstone Vitamin. You know, I could taste like a cherry note, which oftentimes people say is kind of associated with that note, but nothing off-putting whatsoever. I think this was a really solid bourbon and probably another one I would pick up. The last bottle I killed was Eagle Rare 10-year. Obviously a little bit disappointed to see this one go, but being in Colorado, we're quite fortunate that you get to see Eagle Rare quite a lot from time to time. I think I paid about $35 for this, so if I see it again for that price, I'm definitely going to pick it up. So then, moving on to some of the bottles that I managed to pick up or trade in the month of June. So first up, I picked up Baker 7. Yes, you saw that I just killed one off, but again, you know, I'm still looking for these bottles and trying to get them as decanters. For some odd reason in Colorado, these tend to run at about upwards of $60, $70, even $75 I've seen them for here. So I don't think I've ever actually bought one in Colorado, just usually while I'm traveling around. I think I picked this one up in Louisiana for about $45, which is, for that price, I'm always gonna get it just because it's a fantastic decanter. So super happy I was able to pick this one up. So then for bottle number 2, I managed to pick up whilst I was in Texas, some Copper Sky Mezcal finished bourbon. So this is a local distiller here in Colorado, but this bottle was never released in Colorado. It was only released as a single barrel project down close to San Antonio. So when I was down there, I run into some of these bottles and I had to pick one up. It is 54.2% alcohol, and I'm interested to see how the mezcal takes to the bourbon because I'm a big mezcal fan as well. So see how that smokiness combines with the sweetness there. This did run me high 90s, I want to say $95, so a little bit pricey, so I'm hoping it's going to be good and it's going to be a welcome addition to some of the other Copper Sky I have here already. So then, moving on to bottle number 3, I managed to pick up a Lowe's Single Malt Henry Road. So this is a limited release which you can only get from the distillery here in Colorado down in Denver. This is batch number 2, alcohol 50% ABV. Henry Road Single Malt Whiskey bonded, aged 5 years. So this run me at about $75, again, a limited release product. They did say they were going to be bringing out a 6-year one shortly, so I'll be looking forward to that, and I'm really excited to get into this. Personally, I'm not a big fan of American single malt because it generally has this like really corny, grainy note, but I was told by some friends that this doesn't have it and this is a really good expression of American single malt. So obviously really excited to get into this one. I'm really happy that I picked this one up. So then moving on to bottle number 4, I managed to pick up an Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Just going around, stopped at a few different stores, and I managed to see this sitting on the shelf. It does kind of feel that there has been a big Heaven Hill drop lately here in Colorado. I don't know if that's nationwide, maybe it was just a little bit of a backlog from when they had those strikes not so long ago. But I've been seeing a lot of these toasted about. I've been seeing a lot of the barrel proof B522 and A122s around, a lot of larcenary. Plenty of Henry McKenna as well. I most recently did a Henry McKenna review, which you can find up here somewhere. And then, yeah, I managed to score this for $61, so not a terrible price. I think the retail for these is about $50 to $60, so I think, you know, I'm pretty happy with that price here. I have one of these open already, so now I have a backup. I can start killing off that bottle. So, excited to get this one. So then, for bottle number 5, staying with the Heaven Hill series here, and I managed to pick up, which I'm super fortunate about, an Elijah Craig 18. So for this bottle, I managed to pick it up at the same store as I picked up the Toasted. I went in, saw the Toasted on the shelf, really happy with that. And then at this particular liquor store, they have these glass cases where sometimes they'll put the more pricey bourbon or allocated bourbon every so often. And I saw one of these sitting on the shelf. It cost me $179, so it's getting up there. I think that's close to retail. These are expensive bottles of whiskey. I think they're more, maybe 160 to 170 is probably more retail, but I think in Colorado, that's right on the money. This is barrel number 5518, and then bottled on August 5, 2021. So really happy I managed to get this. I haven't been able to get one of these for a very long time, so I'm gonna add this to the collection. So then of course we're moving on to the last bottle number 6. And before we have a look at this last bottle, I just wanna say, I do these store haul videos, or I wanna start doing these store haul videos to kind of let you know at home, to kind of give you a bit of an education of what's coming to Colorado, what I'm seeing. And then also, you can see what I'm killing here in the Cove. You can see what I'm drinking through, and also then what's coming into the Cove. What new bottles are we getting? What new videos can we kind of look out for in the future? So for this particular bottle, there was a Father's Day event going at a local liquor store in Denver. And you would show up, you would line up, and then you'd have the opportunity to spin a wheel, and there was a lot of different prizes on said wheel. I showed up about an hour early. Also, we were really fortunate. I think like the first 100 people got to sample some really rare bottles for free. So I managed to sample Weller 12, Lot B 12 Pappy, and then Pappy Old Van Winkle, the number 10. And then also Thomas Hardy, the rye from the Antiques collection. So I managed to get about a ½ ounce to an ounce each of all of those for free. Got the sample, and then they were all fantastic, of course. And then I got up, spun the wheel, and then I landed on this bottle, which I'm super happy about. So I am blessed and happy to say that I managed to get a Willett Purple top. This is a 9-year, 67.1% ABV bottle. I've never had a Willett Purple top. This is the first ever one that I've managed to get hold of. This is a big yield for a 9-year, 67.1% barrel, because this bottle is 13, unlucky for some, of 141. I can't wait to get into this bottle. Again, really fortunate I was able to get this. The store that I did this at, or the store that I got this from, just got this as a single barrel product, so they had all 141 bottles. So there was a lot of people there who were able to spin this and win this from the wheel. The wheel I'm talking about, the prizes you could have won was stuff like Larceny Barrel Proof, this Willett Purple top, E.H. Taylor Small Batch, E.H. Taylor Single Barrel, Yamazakis. There was a couple of different Japanese Yamazakis on there as well. And then there was a bunch of other different stuff as well. And then every so often they might put a bottle of Pappy on the slot on the wheel, or an Antiques collection. But very happy to get this, very blessed, very humbled. So that's all we have time for today, folks. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a like and comment down below if there's any specific videos that you would like to see us do. Please subscribe to the channel so we can continue to help the channel grow. And look us up on social media at The Whisky Cove on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as we drink through the world's whiskies one glass at a time. Cheers.